knee as they'll start at the 21-yard line.
Ready. 95-56. 95-56.
This is Alvin Kamara, who made the Pro Bowl in each of his first 2 NFL seasons. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers in. And the pressure gets to Breeze as he's taken down. Miles Jack with a sack.
And we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop it.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
They go with Leonard Fournette, third-year back from LSU. He's got a first down or more inside the 30. And down to the 27-yard line. A big one there for the Jags. 18 yards, first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Here we go. 180. Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together. Pick.
Now it's the former Texan. This is Alfred Blue. And he'll get about 4 as he's brought down at the 24.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Demario Davis there on the stop.
I'm not sure that you'd call it a trick play, but it definitely showed some imagination there. I wouldn't be surprised if they want to come back and show this play a few more times before this one is over.
You can't block me. You can't block me. You can't block me.
Now Foles. He'll find O'Shaughnessy open left side. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check-down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he could break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he could scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Out is the Saints offense now as they get ready to take over here. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. From the gun, it's Breeze. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. Matthews, the intended target. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away. And that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets them back now for second down.
Waiting. Hey, goal. Down goal. Down goal. Here we go. Five. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Foles. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, had his hands on it first. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by a former first-round pick, Patrick Robinson. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
So Breeze going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10 at the 20. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Breeze. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Calais Campbell, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Instead, they go empty backfield as they look to throw. And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number 1. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. And here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Jaguars. D.D. Westbrook, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Jaguars are able to strike quickly for 6. Josh Lambo now for the point after. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. So after surrendering the punt return for a score, let's see what they can do in turn on this kickoff. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Well, later tonight, we have more football, Sunday night football, a good one out west. Steelers and Chargers might see equal amounts of black and gold mixed with a powder blue in the stands for that one. And then tomorrow, Monday night football, Detroit and Green Bay battle in the NFC. Now Breeze lost the football.
I On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
You ain't doing nothing today.
Shotgun now for Breeze. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. It's a gain of 5, and that'll make this a second down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Breeze now to throw. Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Michigan man, Jake Ryan. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
Brings up second and a yard at the 44-yard line.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Foles. This one complete to the tight end, O'Shaughnessy. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Tempo, tempo, tempo. Yes.
Push him back. Push him back. Both sevens and Mike. Both sevens and Mike.
Stay with your man. Hey, Foxtrot, Foxtrot. Mike 27.
Watch the pass.
Here's Foles. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one goes for 24 yards.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down.
Well, there's times when you see these catches that are made, and we just know the guys playing it are really wishing for college rules. Only need that one foot down instead of 2. It's awfully difficult on the sideline, isn't it?
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
Check, 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 check. Hey, check Mike 47. Check Mike. No gain on this, D. Hey, wahoo.
Sevens and Mike. Both sevens and Mike.
You ain't got nothing. You ain't got nothing. What we got? What we got? Hey, Echo.
And that'll set him back 5.
Go, go,
And
go.
now after the delay of game, they're operating behind the stick, 2nd and 15.
47's the Mike, boys. 47. Check, check. 47.
12, 12.
47.
Hey, Charlie.
Hey, let's get off the field.
They'll look to throw again. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
That's good for another Jacksonville first down and goal to go.
Here we go, here we go. 180.
Let's put him on the buses. Let's put that team on the bus.
12, 12.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. It's a gain of a yard, and it takes us to the 2-minute warning. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score.
At the 9-yard line.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Here's Fournette. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Leonard Fournette. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Jaguars add on to their lead. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And that makes our score 17-0. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but well, let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
On 2nd and 12, Breeze. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. No gain on the play, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. They couldn't get anything going there out on the right side of the flat of the swing pass.
And didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the passing game? Huge emphasis for this game, but obviously the defense had other plans and really made a nice play.
And it's hauled in by Jared Cook. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Here we go, here we go. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Hey, my 7. 47 Mike, 47 Mike.
To throw is Breeze. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Calais Campbell make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
They were in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their 3rd one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by the Michigan man, Jake Ryan. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 40-yard line.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15.
Under. You gonna see me and your life.
Let's go, great.
You got tight. You got tight right there.
Looking to throw. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout.
We better than that.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
You ain't going nowhere.
He's checking. Crash.
They'll throw now on the final play. And connecting here with DJ Shark. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with a coach and our EA Sports halftime report. The Jaguars in possession of the lead, and they will get the football as we are underway in this second half.
We play to win. Let's go.
So Brees going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 48. Throwing now is Brees. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Yannick Ngakoue, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
Good.
Brees now. Dancing to his left. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Yannick Ngakoue. Make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. 3rd and long now after the sack of Brees, and the Saints up against it here. To throw, it's Brees. Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
Looks like another empty possession here, partner, and I don't think with 3 scores down in the 3rd quarter, they can truly afford any more the rest of the way.
No, especially the way their offense is sputtering. I think you're exactly right. They got to find some answers quickly. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10.
Good. 180.
Mike 47. Check. Check 9.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a 1st down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Looking to throw again on second down. Foles. There goes a deep ball. And that ball is caught by DJ Chark for the Jags touchdown. DJ Chark, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Jaguars add 6 to their lead. Extra point tacked on by Lambo. And the lead is now 24. And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So Bree's going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Bree's going to throw. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Check. Fresno.
Here's Breeze. Complete to Kelly. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and it'll make it 2nd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. Now Breeze. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. The Pro Bowler Michael Thomas was the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down. Now Breeze again. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. Here's Thomas Morstead now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And it'll be Jaguar football as they take over deep in their own territory.
Check, 47. Blue down.
From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. Trying to lay one up deep. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
The best receivers we know always tease their quarterbacks that, hey, no matter what you do, you cannot overthrow me. Well, guess what? That's exactly what happened on that play. Normally, they time it up pretty well, but on that one, he just overshot it.
And he takes this just about a yard shy of the 20. 15 yards on the play, first down.
And this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. Back now in Jacksonville. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4.
Here we go, let's bring it. Let's go.
Black.
Let's bring it. Check.
On 2nd and 12, Foles. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by a former first-round pick, Patrick Robinson. And he'll score. Touchdown, New Orleans. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell, just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football, because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
Lutz with the extra point, and that'll make it 24-7. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Jaguars are going to cover this one up. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of an anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Check back. Purple 64. Hey, Delta.
2nd and 6. He's going to let this go deep for Lee. And this is taken in at the 5. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. It's a gain of 35.
Here we go. 180.
Watch the curl.
Here we go.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. They're still throwing the football here. Now, obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense, because they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. They come out here in the I. The line of scrimmage, once again, the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. They'll run on 2nd down with Blue. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Alfred Blue, his first touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars add on to their lead. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And the lead is now 24. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard.
So Brees going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10, right at the 30. Now Brees. He's got his all-pro receiver, Michael Thomas. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Fresh out of the locker room, they hit him with a gain of over 20. Brees now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Now Brees finding Kamara. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
The Saints on 3rd down, just 1 for 5 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Working from the gun, it's Brees. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
It's a nice job hitting him on the angle route there. Come out of the backfield, cutting sharply across the middle. And that's good timing between the quarterback and his receiver.
Effective 3rd down play to move the chains. Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. Again, it's Kamara. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key 1st downs and big runs.
First carry for a Central Florida alum, Latavius Murray. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line.
Get him, boy! Get him, boy!
So it's Saints football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On 2nd and 12, Brees. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Rashard Matthews, his first touchdown on the year. And the Saints make some inroads here to that deficit. They're going to keep it on the ground. And he'll find his way in for 2. And we're back to a 2-score game. The lead's cut to 16. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. Foles on the handoff, going to give it to Blue. He's got a 1st down and then some inside the 40. Touchdown, Jaguars! Alfred Blue with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Jaguars add 6 to their lead. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And that pushes the lead up to 23. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line.
Ready? 5-8, 5-8. There's the mic. There's a party now. Ready, tackle.
On 1st and 10, here's Breeze. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 39. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
A throw left side to start out. That's complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. That one looks like he'll throw here. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, it took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, it still definitely hurts.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Foles. Open man right side is Shark. And he'll be out of bounds. Really nice gain on the completion. However, still 3rd and goal that they face now. The Jaguars on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. Oh, how about this call down near the goal line? And he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. D.D. Westbrook with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Jaguars are pouring it on. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And that will extend this big lead. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Check 99. Check 99.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Hey, they scared. They scared. Check. Girl. Hey, silent one. Buzz. 56.
Now Foles. He'll find O'Shaughnessy open left side. And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
He's crashing. He's checking crash.
Tiger. Hey, Foxtrot.
56, the mic, boys. 56. Check 56.
Foles. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. The Jaguars on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2.
56. Must 50.
Go.
They'll try to run for it with Blue. Room here to run. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Jacksonville, they climb back to 500 now at 3 up and 3 down. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Cincinnati Bengals. Meanwhile, for the Saints, the downward spiral continues as they drop to 0-6 now. And they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date at Soldier Field with the Chicago Bears. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.